Alright, how you guys doing? This is Hector Mendoza here with ProSupps, and I'm doing a quick intro on a possible soon-to-be sponsored athlete with NPC and ProSupps, Thomas Anderson. Alright, just give me a quick rundown on name, where you're from.
My name is Thomas Anderson, natural professional bodybuilder from Clarksville, Tennessee. Been here for the past 9 years, you know, to go to college and everything, and pretty much never left. Few siblings, 2 sisters and another brother. I've been competing for about 8 years now, and I'm looking to definitely go pro in the IFBB ranks here one day. That's the ultimate goal.
Okay, what do you do?
At this moment, I am a personal trainer here at National Fitness Center, but I'm looking to pursue my career here in the military, more specifically National Guard. That way I can still continue my bodybuilding career and also still be able to serve my country as well.
Okay. What got you into bodybuilding?
Well, bodybuilding came more along down the line later on in life. I would say I got more into fitness because of my parents. They were both ex-military, so fitness was a really big part of my childhood.
Okay.
Growing up, you know, I used to love watching, you know, at the time ESPN used to have a lot of fitness, you know, shows.
Right, I remember.
They used to come on, so I would watch that a lot, especially once I reached the ages of 11 and 12, on up to about, I'd say about 15. You know, I used to follow that a lot.
Okay.
And then eventually, you know, as I furthered getting close to getting out of high school, that's when I started taking my weightlifting classes and things like that. You know, started really, you know, kind of getting an idea of what my body was looking like from the amount of time that I'd spent, you know, working out, doing the required running that was required for the class.
Okay.
Once I finally made it to college was when I really started taking off as far as the actual lifting is concerned, because I was able to, you know, do my research on things like the supplementation, you know, and reading a lot of the muscle magazines that were available. So I really had a good knowledge base as far as what those books had to offer. You know, I did my research online, of course. The supplementation, the correct way to eat to actually gain muscle. And that was when my weightlifting career really took off.
Okay.
I didn't start considering any specific like bodybuilding until about 3 years in. I'd say about the year 2007 was when I actually started to consider, you know, competing in a show.
Okay.
I was approached by an individual in the gym that had asked me if I considered it. So that was when I started to do my research on that, you know, try to figure out what it entailed, you know, how the competitions are run, you know, the different categories that the judges have a tendency to, you know, kind of look for specific areas.
Right.
So as I started to gain more knowledge on that, that's when I started to actually looking into the competitions and seeing what was available.
Okay.
I got a lot of advice from some bodybuilders that were already competing.
Okay.
And they pretty much just told me to just pick a show that gives you a decent amount of time to get ready, and then just start your preparation from there.
Okay.
And July 2007 was when I did my first competition. If I'm not mistaken, it was July 27th, 2007. It was the ABA National North American Championships. I won the novice overall class. So once I took that was kind of where everything started to take off.
Okay.
I kind of got that bodybuilding bug that a lot of people talk about once they, like for individuals that win their first show.
Right.
So that was pretty much what happened with me. I ended up winning my first novice overall, and that automatically took me into the open categories.
Okay.
So I started competing in the open categories from then on, and had quite a few victories.
Okay.
Many victories, very few losses. But with those losses, you know, it was within my first and second year competing, so I wasn't really sure about how everything worked you know, and then on top of that, there were a lot of veterans that were also I was going up against as well. So, you know, considering that I was still fairly young, you know, had a lot of muscle maturity that I needed to have. You know, the placements that I did get, you know, they were pretty much expected.
Okay, so how many years would you say you've actually got under the belt as far as lifting years, weightlifting years?
Weightlifting years altogether, in August it'll be 8.
Okay.
Now that's from 2004 up until now. I didn't start actual bodybuilding until 2007.
Okay.
So that's just to kind of give you an idea of how that specific type of training kind of changed over.
Okay. And name a couple of shows that you've placed in so far.
Oh man. Let's see. I would say my biggest victory, well, one of my biggest victories was back in 2007. It was the Music City Night of Champions held in Nashville, Tennessee. At the time, I was a lightweight, and I was competing against a middleweight and a heavyweight winner for the overall. And I ended up taking that title and becoming an NGA Pro bodybuilder that night. Let's see.
Now this is at lightweight?
This was at lightweight. If I'm not mistaken, I would say I was about 159 pounds to be exact. Another good one was the 2008 Natural Olympia competition that was held in San Francisco, California. I ended up winning my class there, so I ended up getting the gold medal. Didn't quite get the overall, but you know that too was a learning experience. You know, for the next time around. However, even though I didn't take the overall, I did get some special, you know, awards that they had to offer, which was the most muscular man. So that was big victory. So that was one of my prouder moments. You know, especially starting out.
What about do you have any wins in the NPC?
Yes. 2009, I won the Greater Knox Classic, and then that following week I won the Tennessee State. Yeah, so that was big victory.
Now you told me that I think it was the Tennessee, they gave you a little something extra.
Oh yeah, yes. With that, they gave me a championship ring. It's like a very large Super Bowl ring with the diamond in the center. You know, it had NPC, Tennessee State champ, and everything. You know, it had figurines and everything on it. His work ethic in the industry, and then his whole mindset, his whole approach to the way he trains. You know, I can really relate to that. You know, your mind is everything when it comes to training. You know, you can mentally defeat yourself before you even start. And it's really important that, you know, you have the correct mind state in order to push through, you know, all your heavy sets and all the cardio that's required for things like contest preparation. So I can really relate and understand to, you know, the things that he says, and you know, I can also apply that to my own training. You know, my own nutrition, you know, any type of advice that he has to offer, you know, I try to take it and apply it to where it benefits me. So I'm really, you know, understanding what he's saying, and I follow him a lot. Another good athlete, I would say Branch Warren. You know, his work ethic also is just as good. And you know, sitting back watching his training videos and you know seeing the intensity and the way he trains, it amazes me because I like to train that way myself. You know, yelling and screaming. I know most of the bodybuilders do that anyway.
Right.
But it's just some of the things that he does is just so intense. To me, it makes me want to try it out.
Right.
And then when I do, and I find that you know I won't be able to get to his level just yet, but you know I do the best I can.
Right.
You know, so I really admire that as well. And I also use these videos, you know, especially like places on YouTube and everything
Right.
that have, you know,
muscular development, YouTube,
exactly.
Flex Online.
Exactly. They have all this stuff available, you know, and I use that as pre-workout motivation.
Right.
You know, so all these videos definitely help, you know, get through that last set or, you know, add those extra pounds on there just to reach those new personal records. So, you know, I'm very appreciative of that.
Right. Well, speaking of nutrition, are you working with any nutritionists right now?
At this moment, I'm working with a couple of different people.
Okay.
They're really good friends of mine.
Okay.
One of them's named, he's currently out of town, but he will be, you know, here this weekend for the competition. His name's Reginald.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure he'll be available for any questions or anything like that. Also, Andrew Mathis, EF Ware, if you want to look for him on Facebook.
Okay.
His username is EF Ware.
Okay.
Smart guy. He's helped me out a lot, especially like with little things that I can do to, you know, help bring out my vascularity, because that was one of the issues that I've had in the past.
Okay.
Was to bring out that vascularity and that hard look on stage.
Right.
And since I've been working with him, I haven't had that problem.
Okay.
So, you know, he's really smart. He really knows his stuff.
Okay. Let's see. There's one that everyone wants to know about. How did you hear about ProSupps?
ProSupps?
Yeah.
Actually, my good friend Hector Mendoza turned me on to that. We were getting ready to do a workout, and actually we got done with the workout, and I had asked him about the ProSupps that he had on hand, and he offered to, you know, let me have a few scoops just to try it out, and I'll say that is some of the best tasting stuff I've ever tried, ever. I mean, I could just tell by the smell that it was going to be good.
Now,
and I was right.
What product was it?
It was the High. The pre-workout. Yeah, it was fantastic. I loved it. And I will be getting some more of that very soon. Very soon.
How'd you feel? Did it kick your intensity a little bit more? What was the overall?
Yes.
Like, what did you use it for? Was it for a back day, for a chest day, for cardio? What did you use it for?
I actually used it for a back day. It was the following day after we had gotten done with the training session.
Okay.
Went ahead and used it, and I remember sitting at my desk, and all of a sudden it was just kind of like it just woke me up. It's like, okay, now I know it's time to go. Because usually when I take a pre-workout supplement, it takes a few minutes to kick in.
Right,
so
it doesn't creep up.
Exactly. So I'm at my desk, and I'm like dragging, not really feeling it. And so within minutes, I remember sitting up, and it's almost like you know how when you hear a dog when it picks up a sound, it perks up. It was like that. And I remember telling myself, okay, it's time to go.
Right.
And that was it. That was it.
Would you say you hit it harder than you usually hit it before, or?
Exactly. Okay. I would definitely say that. Now, here pretty soon after this show, I will be making another purchase.
Okay.
I will definitely be making a purchase.
Okay, and I know that I think you also tried the Carbolic.
Correct.
How did you feel about that?
That was another good product. I remember taking that during the workout.
Right.
And the one thing I liked about it was it helped me feel a lot fuller. Mm-hmm. You know, because it supplied the carbohydrates that I needed, you know, to get those heavier sets in.
Right.
And not to mention the fact that the flavor was pretty good as well.
Okay.
So I remember my last set, and sometimes when I'm getting ready to do my last set, I kind of have this doubt in the back of my mind, like, this is kind of heavy, you know, you may want to take a little bit longer break.
Right.
That didn't happen because I remember feeling full, and I remember the energy levels were still high. So I went ahead and cranked out that last set, and I actually ended up doing more repetitions than I originally planned on doing. So that was another big thing that really surprised me about it. And after that workout, I remember my muscles were so tight and full. I mean, I loved it. I loved it.
How did you go like longer than you usually go on your sets, or which is like average time?
If I recall correctly, that particular workout lasted about 2.5 hours.
So you told me it took the high and the carbolic kept you going that long?
Yes.
Damn.
And I think it also helped me with my focus. That was another big thing. It helped me to focus better. So you know, when I focus better, have that mental, you know, clarity, I was able to able to do more.
Okay.
It made me want to do more.
Okay.
So that's exactly what I did.
Okay.
And by the time I knew it, 2.5 hours had already passed, and so it was kind of like, hey, maybe you should stop. Maybe you should stop and actually just go recover.
Right.
Do something. Leave the weights alone. Leave the weights alone.
Okay. Now I know I got a package from Ashley from ProSupps during my visit up to the Junior Nationals this past weekend, and I was able to hold on to one piece that she gave me, which was the shirt that I passed on to Thomas over here. So hopefully he'll be rocking this weekend, repping ProSupps this weekend. Go ahead and grab that shirt.
I surely will be wearing this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll look great. That'll look great on me.
Now you're competing this weekend, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's the 2012 Flex Lewis Classic.
Now, what made you pick that show?
Well, considering my time frame for going to basic training,
right,
it gave me enough time to actually get ready for it, and then at the same time still be able to maintain the weight that I do have.
Okay.
That way, you know, when basic training time rolls around, it won't be as bad on me because I won't have so much weight.
Right. Okay.
So it was perfect time.
Okay. And what class are you going to be competing in?
Well, from the looks of it, I might be at light heavy, but chances are I'll probably suck down to the middleweight. Middleweight. But if I do light heavy, that will be a surprise even to me.
Okay.
I've never competed that heavy.
All right, go ahead and give a quick ab shot and see how much. I know you still maintaining a little bit of water weight right now.
Oh yeah.
But
this is just a sneak peek of what's to come.
Jesus. You still got a lot of water in your system.
Yeah, so that's just a few more pounds of water to get rid of, and I will be just dry.
Cool. So I'll be there this weekend to record the victory.
All right. Oh,
and
yes, definitely.
I'll be there for the prejudge and the finals. So good luck to you, and we'll see you this weekend.
All right.
ProSupps signing out.